Hello, everybody, and today I'm going to be, uh, well, you read the title. Sorry, for some reason the words always vanish once I start talking. We're going to be hacking on uh, a elisp program that I started writing a while back to edit or to download or stream anime. It originally wrapped AniCLI, which is currently broken because animepahe, the site that they were scraping from, is also broken. The thing that I wrote before, it isn't just broken because animepahe is down. It was broken before because what happened was AniCLI did this thing for a brief period. Well, let me just show you. Also, check this out. I was working on the Emacs function the other day, and it wasn't working, but I got it to work, so boom, look at that. So, drag the window, still haven't worked that out yet. You can see I've made some modifications to my theme because they were, it needed to happen. It was just the next thing to do, right? So, basically what I was doing was I was making a whole bunch of symlinks to all sorts of things that AniCLI was using because they had it separated into a library directory, and like if we x -t lib, there was this whole directory structure of libraries that it was using for a brief period, and it would source all of them as shell scripts, and it would like pick where the executable was, and it would use that as the way that it found its own libraries. Well, that only existed for about a week. I guess it was an initiative by some of the maintainers, but not all of them agreed on it. I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool because it enabled you to do this. Um, the consensus became, well, you should just edit the source file if you really want to. And that's quite a bit more difficult to do with elisp than just symlinks, so I kind of gave up on it, and I just did it from the shell. But that's whatever. Anyway, I was going to like try and make this all work again. I had one that would like use comment, or I had one that would use comment, and then they allowed this to happen, and so I tried to do it with the symlinks, but then the symlinks stopped working, and just figured, oh well, I'll just do it in an actual shell, which is what I've been doing. But that's kind of dumb. I don't want to have to do that anymore. So, with all that in mind, I am going to very simply just delete everything. We're going to start from scratch. We're going to write that file, and it's gone. Forget about it. It never existed. Also, is my face... Okay, no, it's a lot lighter. It's just showing as darker because I've got the camera behind it. That's exactly how I want it. Also, hey, look at this. I've got the YouTube chat over here as well. So that's a thing, a little bit. I've got my OBS over here and my task manager, which is up to whole 20% because of all the streaming we're doing. I've got a new tab ready for Brave if I need to look something up. So with that in mind, we're just going to kind of start from line 15, because actually we can make this line 13 because I don't need to do any stupid loading right now. Well, we can start from line 13. We've got our group of nmdl. And I'm using the dash dash because that seems to be what most packages are using. There's a couple that use like colons or slashes or underscores, and good for them. eShell uses slash for something different though, and colon is like more of a common Lisp thing. And actually, does anybody use... Are you even allowed to... Wait, am I allowed to def underscore? No, takes no arguments, has no docstring, and returns the underscore character. And then we underscore. Does it works? It does works. It returns 95, which is the underscore character, as you can see down there in the echo area. Beautiful. So that's a thing that we can do. Good to know. So the first step in scraping an anime site is searching, really, I guess. Honestly, the whole thing with searching is that the searching part can be done separately a lot of the time, or at least back when animepahe was a thing. So what AnyCLI? Let me just show you .com/pystardust. How is it not in my? I could have sworn that my browser was autofilling it. Anyway, this is the AnyCLI program. It's like the main one. It's the one that exists that everybody made YouTube videos on. It's a little bit of a big deal. There's also nmdl, which is written in Python. By the way, AnyCLI is written in Shell, which makes a lot of sense. Python also makes a lot of sense. nmdl works a little bit differently by default than AnyCLI does. One of the maintainers of AnyCLI, Chokerman, also does a whole bunch of other things. He makes Lobster, and he also makes, I'm trying to see if it's around. I don't see it in this list anymore. Maybe my eyes are broken. Anyway, he has one that'll also do similar things to AnyCLI, but it like syncs with your AnyList account. So that's a thing. I think he was mentioning on the Discord. He had to rewrite it. That's right. I'm in the AnyCLI Discord. I like never say anything though. I say stuff. Never mind. I'm not a total lurker, but like, I don't know. Discord is like hard to use. It's like confusing. Like, if you're in more than one server, everything just even in one server, even in just this Discord server, AnyCLI, everything just happens so fast. Like, no matter how often you check it, there's going to be some channel with over 50 new messages. And it's like, why? Everybody just, like, talks about random stuff, and it's like, what's actually important, what's not. And, the only way you can access Discord chats is in Discord. So, like, I don't know, it's just not really a good resource. It's more of just kind of a tangentially related community of stuff. But anyway, the way that AnyCLI, if we actually look at the code here, the way that it works, has been working, used to work, is to search, it would check gogoanime, which they have in here is gogoanime.dk. Every time you check, it's got a different extension. Gogo has to keep changing it. But yeah, gogoanime they use for the actual search function, and that returns a hyphenated string rather, of the canonical name of that particular anime, which you can select from a list, is the idea in AnyCLI. But then, when they actually want to go get the anime, they use animepahe. Wait, they actually have a couple different providers listed here, but whatever. Yeah, they use animepahe for the actual scraping, or they were. But they use gogoanime for the search because the search is kind of its own thing. Most anime sites use the same search function for some reason. I don't know why. That is a thing. Maybe I should be writing this down. Maybe I should be using dictation. Maybe I should learn how to write stuff down and use dictation. Boy, those are good ideas that I'm not going to do right now. Right out that we have no progress. So I'm just going to write a useless search function. Given we're just skeletoning this out. Given string query return the canonical name for canonical anime name of query of it. I know what I'm doing. May prompt for input. And then for now, we're just going to return the query. And let's make this ani-el-search. I think that's how prefixes work in like groups. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? Then we need something that will go to the episode name, I guess. That will like get the episode name. I haven't see, I actually like right before AniCLI showed up on the scene, I actually had a downloader that I wrote myself in Bash, and it was fine. It was called nmdl, and it kind of worked sometimes when I made it work. I used a lot of curling into MP4s. That was a thing that I did. And now I just have messed up my buffer here. NEL -- episode URI given series given the series and given the series, I'm going to call the series and the episode number, which I'm going to call epnum because I don't know, and optional base URL, because sometimes the base URL, I'm not going to put a doc string, this should be obvious, so we're just going to format, we're just going to let the base URL be either the base URL or this is the problem. I don't know what site we're going to scrape. What site should we scrape, guys? There's this one. nmdl scrapes a lot, and one of the things that they scrape is here's the list of all the ones they scrape. Some of those are not safe for work. Those are more like hentai sites. There's basically 3 here that are, or there's 6 here that are working. 5 not including this one. Gogoanime is generally very solid. The problem is their encryption keys, they always change, and yes, you can get them programmatically, but it's like kind of difficult sometimes. Let me see, I think Tenchi is NSFW as well, but the one that I've been using lately is animepahe, just as like a source for nmdl to scrape from. Okay, and it looks like this works. So what happens if I search? I use Detective Conan as my like nothing search query, and it looks like it's UUID. And they have all the episodes down here. This is a very long series, so the episode 1 will be right at the end. Episode 1 is like, oh boy, that is a very, very, very long URL, and I don't care. I bet if we inspect, it's not going to let us load this, is it? Oh, hey, it actually does. That's amazing. Let's look at our network sources. Okay, if I speak like this, is this ASMR? I don't know if this is real ASMR or it's just like semi ASMR. Oh, and look, it's loading TSs. Don't you like TSs? Don't you just wait, hang on. Is this in... Now I'm looking for... Okay, main article. If there's an iframe that we can pull out, that would be great. I like iframes. Okay, so it's this. So, yes, there's an iframe. How does the iframe? It's a document with a head that I don't care about and a body that I do... Oh, wait, I don't care about this either. So the source is... I don't know, but let's copy it into a new place. And it doesn't work because you need a referrer, probably. Let's go back to network, see what it actually pulls out here. M3U8. Okay, that's just a random... I think that's like a side thing that also doesn't work. Close this. Scroll to the bottom. Start. Okay, that was loud. I don't know if that was loud to you, but it was definitely loud to me. So it looks like it's loading a lot of things that I don't know how to deal with. So that's too complicated, so let's try a different one. So, gogoanime. We're going to try gogoanime. You see it redirected there like it always does. Gogoanime is very simple. You can search here, and it will have a drop-down menu, but also search.html with the keyword encoded, and then each of these is a category link with the canonical name here. That's pretty simple. And then, hey, look at that. Look at that lag. Don't you love that lag? How much? That's not adding to the lag at all. It's just a, it's a fake lag effect. So, if we click on episode 1, this is the URL for each episode. They all follow the same format. Everything on gogoanime follows this format, which is very nice. But you know what's not nice? There's a lot of things that are not nice. One of them is this guy getting mad at us for having DevTools open, so I guess we'll just have to close them. Let's hard reload, and if you actually look, see, this is the problem. This is the problem with gogoanime. The actual player is like, there used to be a download button. The problem with the download button, you can click it. One of the problems with the download button, sometimes these links never appear. Another problem is that if you download enough too fast, Google will capture you, and you will be captured, and you will not be able to escape. Or the only way to escape is by proving that you're a human, which obviously we aren't, so that is a no-go. The downloads page. This is the way that my old downloader worked in the past. So, And the actual correct way to do this is using some manipulation of Ajax and stuff. Yeah. Shoot. What was I expecting? I was expecting this to work, wasn't I? Okay, let's try this one then. This one is kind of broke. Oh, it's only a little bit broken. Okay. I'm not signing up for your Patreon. I am stealing from you. It's quite the opposite, okay? From 1,000. Okay. Classic. How does their search work? Is it a real search page? It's taking time. Isn't that nice? Don't you like it when things take time? I know I like it when things take time. Okay. This is the one, and it looks like they're using. Admittedly, the naming schemes are like broken. This is like a very simply named one. So, oh, look at that. It's got all of the direct download links as well. How does this work? It's an MKV file. I don't know if you can see at the bottom of the screen there. It's an MKV file. It's literally just an MKV file with a long name. Let me open this in a new tab and see if anything bad happens. It makes you public. Okay, look at that. Looks like it throttles you, which isn't too bad. Oh, so you can't do multiple downloads at a time unless you change your IP address, which is not ideal, but is fine, I guess. There's also, wait, hang on, open load. Wait. Okay, wait, that's just a link to the same page. What? Okay. So I'm just trying to see. They've got downloads. They also have. Wait, those are 1080s. Those are 720s and 480s. I am scrolling. Believe me, I'm scrolling. Oh, they've got, some of them are torrent links. Some of them are horrible subs. That's an amusing statement. Aren't all subs? Okay. Okay, I don't want to use anime out. I have determined that while it may be throwing us a bone, it's more trouble than it's worth. And so I have decided that it is not worth it, and instead I'm going to just wrap another tool that already works, which is almost inevitable anyway. So let's try and how did I get this far? You know, how did I get all the way through setting up a live stream and writing a description and getting my phone. This is my phone right here. I'm using it as a microphone with the OBS camera app. How did I get to this point where I can just be... Hey, did somebody chat? Nobody chatted. Of course not. Nobody's watching this. Which is a good thing because my content is garbage. Well, just look at this. We haven't written anything and it's been... How long has it been? How long has it been? Help me, YouTube. YouTube, how long has it been? How long have I been streaming YouTube? What's the length of time? Oh, it's only been 25 minutes. That's not that long. Oh, look, we've got buffering is happening. I'm just going to ignore that because it doesn't matter because, as I said, nobody is watching us anyway. And what this means is that the time has come. We're just going to make... We're just gonna delete this, and we're just going to try stuff. So what happens if we shell wait, letting explicit shell file name nmdl. Wait, do I have... Wait, nmdl. Is it even installed? It's not. Okay, so that means we need to install it, which we can do by going up here and seeing how we do it, which is with pip install nmdl, or we can use the git clone and then runner.py. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do all this inside Emacs. It's a good excuse to do something. Okay, so hey, look at that. The airline theme actually makes this like a smaller. The other one didn't do that. I changed my Powerline theme recently to this other one, Raven Power, that I liked before. It's not a whole thing, but it's like it's like a little less than half of the thing at least. All right, so shell command this, and we're going to let the default directory being, I don't know, the current, what's the load file, the file name directory of the load file name. What is the load file name? There is no load file name. What is the file name directory of the load file name? Wait, hang on. What is the file being loaded by load? It's nothing because there is no load file name right now. But it will be something eventually, and we can use that. So just with the installation directory of the package, we can clone this into nmdl, and then we can also do another shell command. Hang on. And then we can also cd into nmdl. That's totally an elisp command that works when there's a directory there. And then we can do a shell command to runner.py, python runner.py. But we actually want to let explicit shell file name be Python, and the explicit file shell args explicit, explicit Python args. That is the format. Runner.py, and then we just run a shell. So this should open So this whole expression here, what it should do is git clone the command and then cd into its directory and run it. And it may or may not work, and we'll see if it doesn't work, and we'll just keep deleting it and re-downloading it if it doesn't. Let's run. Oh, load file name doesn't exist. Of course not. What if I evaluate the buffer? It doesn't work because this still doesn't work. Delete that bit. Write this bit. And we're going to comment this bit out right now and instead make it what's the current directory. I'm just going to insert the current directory here as a workaround for now while we're testing it, everything. Okay, write the file in case something goes horribly wrong and evaluate. Da-doom, 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 doom, da-doom, doom. The cursor is like, oh, wrong type argument. Okay. Close the shell then. So this should be a list of the string. Can't open the no such file or wait. Look, listen here. Wait. There is no... What? Why? Oh, hang on. Is there one by default? There is no runner.py. Where is... Go to file. The file is called runner.py. And it doesn't exist, and it never has. Or at least it doesn't... It probably did exist at one point, that's why it's in the README, right? So that doesn't work. That's... There is a setup.py, right? There's not one of those either. Wait, this is... Oh, that's a directory. That makes sense. I was thinking it was like a file that was executable. It's like, wow, a Python thing that does that. Uh-huh. So, does that mean that you can do the... I really don't like relying on an external package, especially not one that takes up so much space and time and everything. Which means that we're not re-implementing anything, and we're not just wrapping something. So those are the only two options as far as I know. So that's it. This is a failure of a stream, and it doesn't work. And I've felt this way before. So insecure. Okay, but in all seriousness, and I'll remove that. I'm just gonna wait for AnyCLI to work again. I'm sorry for wasting y'all's time with this. I'm gonna leave this stream up on YouTube because, of course, I must. And that's gonna be it for me. Thank you so much for